Hola chicos, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos al módulo 5. Welcome to module 5, que es sobre las vacaciones, okay? Vacations. I think it's a good topic, right? Who doesn't like vacations and do things on vacations? So in this module, you're going to see everything that has to do with vacations. You're going to be able to you're going to learn how to discuss and plan vacations, talk about how you feel about them, and about seasons and weather. Okay, all of these things that are important, right? And when you are having vacations. And there are going to be 4 new grammar structures that will be start with conditions and emotions. The present progressive, okay, ser and estar. So being able to differentiate when to use ser and estar. Remember, ser is both are to be, but they are used. They are not used interchangeably, okay? They are used differently. And direct object pronouns, and well, nouns and pronouns, okay? So for I'll go over the grammar structures in a second. So the same as all the other modules, you have the homework, right? The VHL homework, you have the module 5 exam, and you have the Canvas assignment. In this Canvas assignment, you won't have to meet with any classmate, okay? You're going to be creating your own itinerary video, okay? So you're going to choose any Spanish-speaking country place, okay? So any country that speaks Spanish, right? It could be Spain, Mexico, Colombia, Argentina, wherever you kind of would like to visit, choose that destination, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to do a little bit of research, right? And find out 7 places or 6, well, I think I said 6 different locations, right? Within that country that you would like to visit, okay? And so you're going to be making a video, right? Showing these places, okay? And talking about them, okay? The minimum for this video is 3 minutes, okay? So just have that in mind. And then you will upload your video, okay, to, you'll see on the Canvas assignment, the discussion board, okay? Once you click on turn in here, Canvas assignment 5, you click there and it's going to take you to the discussion board, okay? And in the discussion board, you're going to reply to the first message, right? My message, and you're going to say the country you chose, right? And you're gonna paste the link, okay? You'll see all the instructions on Canvas, okay? And so, as I said, for this lección, for the grammar structures, you are going to go over start with conditions and emotions. For that one, you already know how to conjugate the verb estar. So the only thing you have to do is start memorizing the adjectives that describe emotions and conditions. Okay, so estar alegre, estoy triste, estoy emocionada, estoy enojado. Okay, so remember that these adjectives have to agree with the gender and number of the subject. Okay, so that's an important thing for that. Ser and estar, you will have, present progressive. I'm going to share my screen, my whiteboard, okay, so I can explain a little bit. So for the present progressive, so we have AR verbs, right? We have ER verbs, and we have IR verbs, right? IR verbs, okay? So what happens with present progressive? When you're using the verb estar in the present, okay, for present progressive, you need the verb estar plus the progressive. Okay, so we are going to create these, right? So you're gonna create these by, for example, if we have a bailar, okay, as your verb, you're going to be taking out the AR and adding, so you're gonna add ando, okay, for AR verbs. For ER verbs, like comer, you're gonna use yendo, okay? So you're gonna drop the ER and you're gonna put yendo. The same is gonna be the same for IR verbs, okay? The same ending, so vivir, which is to live, it would be yendo too, okay? So what you do is you drop the ending, right? The ending, and you put the ando, yendo, okay? So there are a few, well, other than creating that. So for example, I want to say I am eating or I am dancing, okay? Yo, right? You're gonna use the verb estar, conjugated for me, yo estoy, and what you're gonna do is bailando, okay? So that's saying I am dancing, okay? There are irregularities, okay? So most AR verbs are gonna and ando, most ER and IR verbs are gonna be yendo, okay? But there are irregularities. So if you have verbs like leer, like oír, oír, or traer, okay? These, when you drop the ending, right? You have a vowel, right? Let me put okay. When it ends in a vowel, what you're going to do, the endings are going to be yendo. Okay, so for example, if I'm reading, I'm going to say estoy leyendo. Okay, instead of the I. Okay. There are some irregulars, irregular progressives. The irregular ones, let me make a line here so it doesn't confuse you. So some irregulars here would be ir, to go, es yendo, poder, es pudiendo, and venir is viniendo. Okay, so those are the irregular ones. Okay, so if you have a stem change in you remember the boot thing, right? Only the IR verbs will have a stem change, okay? And these have a very simple stem change, E to instead of E to IE, it's E to I. O to UE, it's O to U. Okay, so that's it for the progressive. And remember that in Spanish we don't use it like I'm going to no, I'm studying Spanish. It is different, okay? So when we use the progressive there, for example, I'm studying Spanish, is that I'm studying in that moment Spanish, right? But if you use it in English, you can say Javier is studying computer, okay? You can also use the present there. Mario, Javier estudia computadora, okay? Computación, sorry, computadora, computación, okay? So just pay attention to that. And then I wanted to go over the direct object pronouns. Okay, so the direct object pronouns are what the verb goes directly, right? Affects directly. So for example, Ani compra tacos, okay? So tacos would be the noun, right? So in order for me to make a pronoun, okay, make this a pronoun, and remember pronouns replace the noun, okay? So direct object pronoun would replace the direct object noun, okay? So for example, I'm going to give you the direct object pronouns. So for singulars, we have me, te, lo, la, nos, os, los, and las, okay? It's really important that you understand that the direct object pronoun are going to be replacing the noun, okay? So that's why you have singulars, right? And feminine and masculine, and plurals, masculine and feminine, right? Because you are replacing a noun. So if it's los tacos, right? It's going to be for tacos, right? You're going to use los tacos, see? Okay, so los, well, I'm going to use this, los tacos, okay? Where can we place them? Placement, okay, above the placement, okay. There's three places. One is before conjugated verb. Two, attached to infinitive, which infinitive means a verb that is not conjugated. So it will end in AR, ER, and IR. And three, to the progressive, attached to the progressive. Okay, so before a conjugated verb, you have it here. Okay, so you have, so normal sentence will always have a conjugated verb, so that you always know that you can put it before that conjugated verb. Okay, so what you do is you're gonna use Ani, and then you put the indirect object pronoun, right? Los compra. Okay, this would be a subject, direct object pronoun, plus verb, conjugated verb. Okay. Then you can put it attached to the infinitive. An example, Ani va a comprar tacos. Okay. You have a conjugated verb and you have an infinitive. So what this has two options: before the conjugated verb and attached to the infinitive. So Ani los va a comprar, or Ani va a comprarlos. Okay. And to the progressive, remember, so I'm going to put this here. These ones are, well, these ones are attached to the infinitive, okay? And for the progressive, so we have Ani, and remember the progressive need the verb estar plus the ando yendo, right? So it's Ani está comprando tacos. Okay, so in this situation, you could put Ani los está comprando, or Ani está comprándolos. And you add an accent mark to go with comprándolos, okay, to stress the to stress the word, right? So Ani está comprando tacos, Ani está comprándolos. Okay, so it can be, those are the places where you can place the direct object nouns. Okay, the things, right, that will be the things that you're talking about. Okay, so you're replacing those. Okay, it's like if instead of saying I want tacos, I want to buy tacos, if you're talking about tacos a lot of times, then you use the direct object pronouns, right? I want to eat them, right? So just pay attention to that. For extra credit, okay, you'll see the same thing, the study guide. I have been having students watching something and getting extra points for that. Remember, it's the same as last module. You watch something and you tell me your experience. Okay, so if you do this, right, post it on the extra point tab, okay, or assignment. Okay, so you can add two things. You can add the study guide and this if you are watching something. Okay, so please let me know if you need any help, and have a great week. Hasta luego.